Hey friends, I'm Steffi and welcome to my channel. Today I want to share my potty training experience and how I was able to get my daughter completely out of diapers by 18 months old. Before I begin, I want to briefly mention that I have an entire blog post dedicated to this topic. It's linked in the description box below if you'd like to read it. The reason I'm making this video is so that you can use this as a supplementary source of information on top of the blog. So when I was pregnant with Dakota, I bought a bunch of cloth diapers because I thought it was the most eco-friendly option at the time. It wasn't until she turned like 6 or 7 months old that I discovered a whole community of potty whispering moms that practice this thing called Elimination Communication, or EC for short. EC is a method of becoming attuned to your baby's signals and timing and responding appropriately by helping them eliminate pee or poop in an appropriate place. When I learned about EC, everything started to make sense. Looking back on Dakota's newborn days, I cannot tell you how many times I would be in the middle of changing her diaper and she would pee or poop everywhere. Now I understand why that happened, and it's because babies have a natural instinct to not want to soil themselves. When newborns have to go potty, they try to communicate with us by getting really fussy, and we spend so much time trying to figure out what they need. Are they hungry? Are they tired? And by the time we finally get to changing their diaper, they feel comfortable enough to release and let everything go. Eliminating in a diaper is unnatural, but eventually babies get used to it. Peeing or pooping in a diaper is learned behavior that they have to unlearn later on. If you look at other non-Western countries like Asia, India, Eastern Europe, most children are potty trained by a year old, but here in the US, it's 3 or 4 years old. I talk about the history of potty training and the diaper industry on my blog, so I'm not gonna go into detail about it here. So let's just jump right into the EC process. So EC is a gentle and non-coercive way to potty train an infant from as early as birth. Unlike conventional methods, EC doesn't involve praise, rewards, and punishment. EC methods will vary depending on whether you have an immobile or mobile baby, such as crawling or walking. Dakota was 7 months old when I started the process, so I'm going to share my personal experience with having a mobile baby. So before I even put her on the potty, I spent 3 days observing her. I let her play around naked, and I just laid a bunch of towels on the floor to catch up any messes. I kept a log of what times she went potty and what happened right before and after she went potty. What I learned was that she would get bursts of energy right before she had to pee, and then quite the opposite, she would get really quiet before she had to poop. When I noticed her peeing or pooping, I would cue along with her to establish sound association. I would make the sound psst when she had to pee and grunt an when she pooped. You could also use words like pee-pee or poo-poo or even sign language. After I gathered enough information, I implemented the practice. I found that the easiest way for me to practice EC in the very beginning was to offer the potty at generic times, or potty-tunities, which is a potty opportunity. These are common times that a majority of babies have to go potty, such as upon from waking up, before or after a bath, before or after putting them into something that they'll be in for a while, such as a car seat, a stroller, or a sling. After the first few days of EC, I was comfortable enough to act upon Dakota's natural timing. She peed several times in the morning, like it was a cluster of pees. She peed 10 to 15 minutes after nursing. Every baby is going to be different, and their patterns are going to change as they get older as well. At other times, I felt as though I was on autopilot. Oftentimes, I would find myself heading to the toilet with Dakota in my hand without even really thinking about it. I would get these intuitive hunches where I just knew that she had to go potty. When I was distracted or delayed on acting on my intuitive hunch, that's when I would miss catching her pee or poop. I quickly learned to be attentive to those feelings and to trust my intuition. All right, now I want to talk about some potty training gear that I found to be very helpful during my EC journey. First and foremost, if you're considering EC, I highly recommend the book Go Diaper Free by Andrea Olson. This is the potty Bible. I can't express how much this book has shaped my understanding of EC. Andrea does an amazing job at explaining every EC step. She includes photos for potty positions, how to EC with the boy versus a girl, part-time EC, nighttime EC, EC while traveling, EC in nature. She's honestly thought of every situation. If you're a book owner, you'll also have access to download an observation log, a timing log, and other additional resources. Next is the potty. Dakota was crawling at 7 months old and walking at 8 months, so that's why we decided on the Baby Jorn compact potty. If you have a newborn, you can definitely use a top hat potty or eliminate in the sink or toilet. This has a removable insert, so it's really easy to clean, and I really like that it's not bulky compared to the versions that have a back support. Then, when Dakota was completely potty trained, we switched to a family potty seat with a step stool for independent access. This is a travel potty. It's a 2-in-1 portable potty seat with a collapsible liner, so you could actually take this and collapse it for easy storage, or your baby could actually just go pee right in here. This has definitely seen better days, it's so dirty. And then this actually converts into a foldable potty seat, so you could take these legs. Oh, okay, that definitely was not supposed to do that. Okay, let me put this back real quick. All right, there we go. So yeah, so you just pull this out, and then this attaches onto any standard toilet. The reusable liner comes in handy when we're outdoors or we're on a road trip and we have to take a pit stop in the middle of nowhere because Dakota can't hold it. All right, the last thing is underwear. When I first transitioned Dakota to underwear, I bought training pants from this company called Lemaze. They have an absorbent core, so it's very similar to a cloth diaper pre-fold, but it only catch small messes. The only problem I had with this style is that it's extremely high rise and very unflattering. Luckily, I found Tiny Undies, which is owned by Andrea Olson. She's also the author of Go Diaper Free, go figure. What I love about these underwear is that they're anatomically designed to fit babies who typically have protruding bellies, small waists, and small upper thighs. The best part is that the smallest size available is 6 months, so it's perfect for those of you who are practicing EC with a newborn. Well, that sums it up. Overall, I think EC makes such a beautiful contribution to communication and mindfulness and caregiving. It's really helped me deepen my connection to my daughter and even to myself, because I've really had to trust my intuition. Just like knowing when she's hungry or when she's tired, I've learned to know when she has to eliminate. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave a comment below. I know that EC is a very unconventional method here in the US, so I think it's really important that we open up a conversation about this, and hopefully it will become a more conventional method. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.